Hey Scorpio, how are you this evening? My name is Sherilyn, and I am here to do your weekly tarot reading. This one is going to be for Monday, June 9th through Thursday, June 12th, okay? I'll be back on Wednesday with bonus readings to try to get you through your weekend. We're just going to pull cards and see what Spirit wants to bring forward or talk about. See where your energy's at for the week, okay? All right, this one's for my Scorpio. Let's see. All right, we're starting this one off with the King of Swords, followed by the Three of Wands, and then the Four of Cups. So this is your recent past or your backstory going into the reading. Currently, I have you with the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. In the near future, we're looking at the King of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck for this reading is actually the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands being the undercurrent to this entire reading is speaking of something new, like a new plan, a new idea. You're revamping something. You've got something has you fired up, like a new notion, a new plan. Feels like a very fiery energy. Something has literally taken you from feeling sad or blue or something, not feeling like yourself, to suddenly feeling alive again, okay? Very alive. That's what the undercurrent is. And then the card at the center of your read, so it plays into the equation from almost every direction, is actually the Ace of Pentacles. This speaks of some sort of a new opportunity. Normally, it's also associated somehow with money. So it's like a new opportunity that is somehow attached to money or abundance, okay? All right, let's see how they both play in as we get through this. We're going to start with the recent past, where I have the King of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Four of Cups. I don't feel like you're coming through here as the King of Swords, but I do feel like you took on some of the characteristics in the recent past. So I feel like in the recent past, you tried very hard to deal with a situation above board. Okay, you tried very hard to be honest and forthcoming and show integrity towards a situation because you wanted it done right. You wanted things to be right. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to do things the right way. You wanted things to work out for you. You were trying to build something correctly for your future. You know, you wanted to build something so that you could have it in your future. With the Four of Cups, it does not look like that came to fruition. It didn't come to pass the way that you had anticipated or wanted it to. It looks like you were very disappointed in the way that it worked out. It feels like it was a situation that was between two people. It does not have to be a romantic situation. It could have very easily been some sort of a work dynamic where you came into this with all the best intentions and all the integrity in the world, and the other person involved, it does not look like they came with the same situation, right? They came, yeah. So it looks like there was a great deal of disappointment in the outcome here, and it was, you were very disappointed in whoever the other person was, okay? Because they misled you, or they said they were being a way that they weren't, okay? That's what we got there. So this is your recent past. We can't change it if we want to, but it's definitely still affecting you. Okay, so we're going to go past that. Where are we at in the current? Currently, I have you Queen of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and Nine of Pentacles. I do believe you're presenting here as the Queen of Cups, but a very hard version of the Queen of Cups. I don't feel like you are allowing people to walk all over you like a doormat or anything. You are very nurturing, somewhat maternal, possibly a little bit codependent in this situation with this person or thing up here. With the Ace of Pentacles, there's a new opportunity coming towards you right now with this same person, it looks like. With the Nine of Pentacles, the one thing that came out of this, as this didn't work out for you and you got disappointed, was you did lean out of your codependent nature and into your own independence. And I think that with this new opportunity coming forward, you're a little bit on the fence because you don't want to lose this new independence. So you're trying to see if you can't do this a different way. Same people involved, but you want to do it in a different way. That's what this is about. It's a new idea you have for how you can do it and not lose your independence, I think. Okay, what do we have coming in the near future? In the near future, I'm looking at King of Cups, Nine of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. I see you evolving from the Queen of Cups into the King of Cups here. So it's like, I don't know if you're taking this opportunity or not. If you are, the new way that you're trying to do it is not going to be at all the same as the way it was done last time. You're evolving into the King of Cups because you are taking your power back and you are in control of your kingdom. You know what I'm saying? You're standing in your masculine. It doesn't matter male or female, but you're standing in your masculine. You're the one making the decisions. You're the one in charge of this kingdom. You've taken that position because you are feeling quite wounded by the way things worked out in the past, obviously. The issue here is you have to focus more on trying to find a balance, you know, even a balance between your feminine and your masculine. You know what I'm saying? You're going from extremes. You need to find some sort of a balance here. I know it's easier said than done, but I'm just saying. What do I got behind the Ace of Wands? The Nine of Swords and the Page of Swords. So with the Nine of Swords, there's a lot of stress and anxiety here. You don't trust this person is what's happened now. Because of whatever they did in the past, because of the way that they weren't authentic in the past or didn't come through with what they promised, you can't trust them. You just don't trust them. With the Page of Swords, you're watching them like a hawk. But that's going to be constant now because you don't have any trust in them. It doesn't look like. Where am I at on time? Six of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. This person presented to you originally as the Knight in Shining Armor. They really did. Even if it wasn't romantic, they came in as the Knight in Shining Armor. They were going to save everything. Save the day, save you, save everything. But that's not the way that this transpired in the long run. What was supposed to be, you almost got into this thinking that there was going to be a lack of reciprocity, yeah. But it was going to be your part. I mean, like, they were going to give more than you were, right? And that's not the way this worked out. It ended up flipping on you. And so they just became a very heavy burden. And it feels like they possibly still are a heavy burden to you. I don't know if this is financially or just emotionally. Possibly they're financially a burden to you at this point. Okay, three more and then I got to do the days of the week. Sorry, Page of Pentacles, Three of Swords, and the Chariot. With the Page of Pentacles, you need to go about building a new foundation for yourself right this minute. There's a lot of heartbreak attached to this entire dynamic here. The issue here is you continue to stay in it, it looks like, to some extent. I don't know if you're all the way still in it, but you still got the door open and it's causing the heartbreak to be constant. It's like it's not getting a chance to heal. With the Chariot, it's time for this whole situation to move forward. Let me see what I got here. Monday, I've got the Moon and the Ace of Swords. There's something you're not seeing clearly here, or you're not wanting to see clearly, but you're not going to be able to turn your head away from it for much longer because the sword of truth is coming through. Tuesday, I've got the Devil and the World. This is a cycle that's trying to close here, and you're not allowing it to. There's definitely a little bit of a sense of obsession here, I think, on both people's parts. Like, you both know it's toxic, but neither one of you wants to totally let go. On Wednesday, I've got the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands. There's a lot of anger, frustration, and resentment that's bubbling up on Wednesday. Sorry. And on Thursday, I have the Knight of Swords and the Death card. You're searching for a sense of clarity, but the sense of clarity is going to lead you into a transformation that I think you're trying to fight. So it's one of those things, right? And that's what I got for you right now. Let me pull three more in the middle. What I got: Six of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Magician. You need to take your life onto more solid ground or calmer waters. This is a lot of chaos. The situation is very unjust. It's unjust towards you. With the Queen of Swords, this is you becoming quite cold towards it all. The Magician is you're manifesting. I'm not sure what you're manifesting here, but whatever it is, it feels like it's not in your best interest is what it looks like. Would be my advice. That's what the cards say, okay? I mean, you have free will. You can play this any way you want to. For some of you, you are choosing to try to play this with vengeance. I'm not sure that that is going to work out in your best interest either, but I do understand it. Just be cautious, right? Be cautious, be cautious. You've already been through a lot, so I don't know. I guess when you've had enough, you'll walk in a different direction. I don't know. All right, Scorpio. There you go. Thanks.